welcome to the Yup Life podcast. Did you know that only about 40% of goldfish crackers actually have faces on them?
Ladies and gentlemen, yuppies and yuppettes, welcome to another episode of the Yup Live podcast. How's it going, guys?
No. I definitely need that sound. What's up, man?
Episode 25. That's what's up.
Dang, quarter cinch.
We're catching up to our age.
I know.
What's my age again? What's my age again? Well, we've kind of been sitting here for a little bit, doing some pre-podcast work. I think it's
Stretching the vocals.
Yep, stretching the vocals. I think it's time to moisten those vocal cords with a little
Ooh.
beverage.
What do you have for us today, Ruben?
Well, check this out.
Hey.
They're not a big Abita fan, but
I just saw it because of the picture.
Does it give you...
it's raspberry.
Dang.
I did a Steven.
I won't knock it till I try.
Oh,
it.
yeah?
I did a Steven.
Like,
So I got Purple Haze today. It's a beer from New Orleans.
It's a raspberry lager.
The raspberry, brewed with Pilsner and wheat malts along with Vanguard hops. Let the scent of berries and the hazy purple brew put a spell on you.
how many
You guys ever see Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
Yes.
I put a spell on you.
How many of these do I need to drink to look like that guy?
It's 4.2%, so probably 6.
Okay.
Good thing I got a pack for each of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys check out the art on this, on the beer bottle, that was the main reason why I got it.
It's pretty cool, actually. It looks nice. I like it. We'll see about the taste. Oh, shit. My bad.
So I went to a beer tasting festival one time at Westworld of Scottsdale. And you get like this little cup and you have like 30 tickets and you got to go and give them a ticket and they fill up your cup. It's probably like 3 ounces. But they give you, like I said, 20 or 30 of them. I couldn't even use them all. Yeah, I was like hammered by the end of it. But Abita was there who makes this beer.
Yeah.
And they had these flavored ones that they were not very good. So
we'll see.
raspberry makes me like remember that day. But I'll try it. I won't knock it.
All right.
What do you remember most, the flavor or not using all the coins, tickets?
Abita's the only beer brand I remember there.
I bet it's really like tough to like if you're having regular beer to go to flavored beer. It's probably not going to taste that.
Yeah,
good.
that was like the only one flavored beer there.
There.
This was also before I was like into drinking beer as a flavor.
Yeah.
So I was like, IPAs, anything that isn't a light lager,
Only blonde. All right. Here you go.
like my beer, like I like my women. Raspberry.
Raspberry flavored. I like it.
A lot of raspberry on the front end, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's good.
But it's not bad.
Nothing.
It's really light, but it's
I was
good.
going to say like it's really, really light,
Mhm.
smooth.
So I didn't screw up.
Nah, you didn't pull it, Steven.
Dude, fuck. Whatever, guys.
Yep.
Did you do anything yuppie in the past 2 days?
Oh, I got something.
I'll let you guys go first.
Well, for me, it's I was excited. I got my own office now at work, fully furnished. I showed you guys a picture of it.
It looked like a closet, though.
You got to start somewhere. So,
Is it the picture? Or was it pretty narrow in there?
I had a friend send me I sent them this picture. A friend of mine sent the picture, and they had the same. Like, do you even fit through that?
Yeah, because
And
it was like the desk is kind of L-shaped, and then there's a cabinet at the end of it.
Right.
And there's probably like a 2-foot gap between the two.
Yeah. And there's definitely no windows.
U-shaped. Yeah.
You just jump and slide over the desk
Parkour.
to get in.
Parkour. No, there's plenty of room. Like I snapped a video to my friend showing that.
Just to walk through.
Yeah, it's just enough for one person.
You should put a picture of that on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
A better one. Make it look bigger. Like stand all the way in the corner and get a wide angle lens and then take a picture of your office. And be like, look how big my office is. That's what they do for real estate pictures.
Do they?
Yeah. Put it way in the corner.
Maybe I'll do it once I get more art. I need to make it look.
Wall art.
Yeah.
Make it look yuppie.
Yeah. It's just right now just a bunch of white walls.
So like a neon Coors Light sign.
Yeah.
Ooh. And
Oh.
a picture of us.
Mm.
Damn.
How about our logo picture
True.
or like a cover art picture?
Yeah.
Should I do it like, you know how people put pictures of their girlfriend or their significant other? I'll
Yeah.
just do a picture of the symbol.
Not the well. Yeah. Plus
With
us.
us in it.
Yeah. Like asshole.
Is there any way to crop you guys out of it and so it'd just be me and then the Uplife symbol?
Hey, you take some scissors and you cut the picture. Like when you'd break up with your ex when you were like 12 years old, you just cut her out of your pictures.
People are going to come in and be like, did you just go through a breakup? 2 of them.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about
I
it.
lost a lot of weight.
Well. Yeah. Your turn.
I'm pretty tired because I went to bed at like 3 a.m. this morning.
And it's what was it? Wednesday night then?
Yeah. Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I usually have hockey Wednesday nights, but they made the schedule terrible. And for the first 5 games, our games are at 11 p.m.
Holy.
Yeah. That's like my bedtime.
Yeah, dude.
So the game's about, hour and a half or so. So it's 12:30. Go to the bar, have a couple beers. It's 1:32. Come home, it's 2:30. Shower, eat a snack. It's 3 o'clock.
Jesus.
And set your alarm. You're like 4 hours or so. I was like, I'm going to get up early because I do better when I sleep less, like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to get up at like 6. Alarm went off. Nope.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. That's how is that the latest games? 11?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Fuck that. I don't even play.
It's brutal. I take like a hour to 2 hour nap before that just to
Okay.
prepare for the next, like the night of. I don't know if sleep works that way. Can you like bank up sleep?
I think so. But there's like a sleep expert on, I think, Joe Rogan. He said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, it doesn't fucking work that way.
I have seen like you can change your circadian rhythm to do like 8 naps a day for 10 minutes and you'll be good. Or you do like you sleep for 3 hours every 12 hours
Yeah.
and you're good.
Jesus.
So you can like cut down your sleep, but you still feel the same. But you have to be sleeping at weird times, like
yeah.
like noon or 2 o'clock.
During work.
You got to take a 3 hour nap.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Right.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I'm gonna have something after this podcast.
Is it between now and the next time we record?
I mean, it's gonna be legit right after this podcast.
Oh.
We're gonna build a Theragun.
You say we.
I mean, you're gonna let me borrow a power drill.
Oh. Like, are you going to keep it or?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, no. We're gonna build it right here. I'm just gonna drill a hole in a little lacrosse ball. But for those who don't know what a Theragun is, it's like a $600 self massager.
What was that?
Yeah. I'm getting
Wait,
wild.
what'd you do?
But it's practically just a jigsaw with the lacrosse ball at the end.
Did you buy a jigsaw?
I did, and
Like
a lacrosse ball.
Black and Decker? Or
It kind of it's just this brand that's only on Amazon.
Is that something you use on yourself?
Yeah, or with other people. Oh
So it's just a
it
lacrosse
sounds super
ball.
gross, doesn't it?
It's just a lacrosse ball that goes back and forth
Yeah.
on the end of a jigsaw.
Yep.
I don't get it.
It's supposed to like break up your soft tissue or whatever.
All right.
A lot of physical therapists use it. I have a lot of injuries, so I need.
You should
something.
make them and sell them.
I should, because like there's a company that does the Black and Decker
Mm-hmm.
ones, and they sell it for like $300. So, okay, I could side hustle.
Yeah.
Let's do this. The Uplife self massagers.
You can borrow. You can borrow my drill.
There you go.
It's a business. Copyright. Don't steal it.
Yeah, please.
Are you okay? Are you having like
Just the self massager
just-
part.
having
seeing
toe spreader backflashes or
Just
backflashes?
Dude, I'm
Flashbacks.
wearing my toe spreaders and self massaging. It's gonna be a good time for me.
the bad thing is like I can picture all of this. That's the worst part.
Just sitting in his underwear,
Underwear with his toe spreaders, like he was just saying,
massaging his thighs.
just like yeah.
Yep. For some reason, I have coconut oil all over myself.
All right,
Yeah, dude.
stay moisturized.
Yeah. Well,
Where'd you hear about this thing?
Where did I hear about it?
Yeah.
So
Like making one or whatever.
I started looking into the cost of it because I have like I guess a fucked up hip.
He has a condition.
I have conditions. Just,
Pre-existing.
yeah, all from like injuries. So I don't know. I was looking up the cost and I was like $600. What the fuck? And then right below that, like I was looking up reviews, and right below the review, it was like, do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I clicked on that, and then one
Went
thing
down
left for another.
Went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Would you say that the internet's a pretty big influence on your life?
that influenced me to buy it.
Or
Is
make
that,
it.
or make it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Has it influenced you in other things, like toe spreaders?
Actually, yes. So is that what today's topic is about?
If you can read, then yeah.
I like it being a mystery for me.
Everyone knows and we don't.
Yeah.
Influences. Influencers. Influencees.
What influence you? What influence us?
What about like big name people? People like the Bill Gates, the Elon Musk, the
Rockefeller.
Jeff Bezos, the Rockefeller,
Carnegie?
Andrew Carnegie,
Yeah, that guy.
industrialist, business magnate, and
Magnet?
I want to be a magnate. Business magnate. What did he do? Did he just like start the Industrial Revolution?
What did you do?
I don't know. But he's worth $372 billion in 2014 dollars.
God damn. I think like if they're too big of a name, like someone like I
Kevin
guess
Hart?
kind of like Kevin Hart, Bill Gates. I always think that they're outliers, and I'm like, like whatever they say doesn't apply to me and anything in my life. But if they're like semi-famous or right below that, whatever they say is kind of gold.
So who is semi-famous?
Joe Rogan.
No, he's like super famous.
He's not fucking Bill Gates, dude.
True.
Everybody knows Bill Gates. Not everybody knows Joe Rogan.
This is true. Just kidding.
I have
Not
no-
everyone knows Bill Gates, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're so big that the only thing that they influence you through is their products or their
Yeah.
companies, which, I mean, like Amazon, obviously a huge influence, like, but Tesla or the Boring Company, other than being like a drive or a motivation to do something like that, those people aren't like specifically an influencer.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So you got the people that influence you. There's also like you're going back to like a Bill Gates. Is it because his product?
Yeah.
Would you say?
So like Windows has influenced you. I mean, obviously to do everything you ever do, right?
Windows is better than Apple. That's all I know for a fact.
A fact, he says.
But that's another influence.
Did you know that Apple produces this podcast by means of this software we're using?
Oh, true. That's
Come at me.
hilarious.
Come at me.
So, I guess just being influenced by people, period, right?
Yeah.
Like, who influences you more? People in your daily life? Do you feel like, or people that that are famous and you kind of listen to, or
I think it really depends the kind of person you are.
okay,
So people that are really into social media and the news and entertainment and stuff like that,
yeah,
I would say maybe so. I read the stat. It was I mean it's about millennials, but so 4 in 10 millennial subscribers to like YouTube channels and stuff say their favorite creator understands them better than their friends.
that's crazy.
So some internet celebrity is more relatable to them than their friends are. I mean, 4 out of 10 people, but
Yeah.
I don't know how you could ever get to that point.
I don't know. You feel more relatable towards not a fictional person, but
It's just the face.
yeah,
Like they're putting on a show,
yeah.
and I don't know. There's no interaction with them, right?
Nope.
I mean, there may be like once or twice, but
Yeah, and I think like it's also no matter what you do, if it's on the internet, it's almost like a highlight reel of yourself. And like, let's say a person gets influenced by, let's say Joe Rogan even, right? You don't know what he is in real life. He might be a fucking dick.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you're like, oh, he's relatable. Like, he's my best friend. No, he might be fucking an asshole. And if you ever see him in real life, maybe it doesn't go well.
True.
So
Maybe he does some jujitsu on you, put you down. Hiya!
yeah, find someone in your. I feel like you need to find people, real people, to be more connected to.
Like friends and family.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's good to listen to them, but take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe I'll try this, but don't hold yourself to their standards. Or like, if you go try to do something that they're doing, it's not gonna be
The same results.
Same result. Yeah. For instance, this podcast right here. You know, we've got a couple of listeners.
yep.
You know, we're
Shout
trying.
out to those two.
What's up? But we're all of us. We're all thinking of. We're kind of influenced by all those big podcasters, but we are also at the same time not making it around them in a sense, as in
Just our own identity.
yeah.
We are trying to become influencers, though.
Oh, we are.
I'm trying to change the world, dude. No, I mean, like, we've given advice. We've fucking tried to teach people shit.
Heard people's stories.
People's
Shared
stories.
people's
True.
stories.
Yep.
True.
Teaching people about beer.
That's a big one. I think we've liked every single one. We're just alcoholics.
I mean, if you like beer, you like beer.
Yeah, that's true.
I've only got to complain the ones that Steven brought.
Dude, that was
Were those
good,
actually
though.
beers? I think they were technically malt liquors.
Were they?
One of them was like that lemony one.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a beer.
It was a malt liquor.
Something like that, yeah.
Jesus. I'm sorry, guys.
Next one we'll
I'm
do.
learning.
Next
I'm
one.
learning.
Next one we'll do Mickey's.
Do some 40s.
Yeah, do some 40s.
I think it's kind of hard not to be influenced by like big names though, or big podcasters especially, because I feel like for me, out of the whole day, right, I'm at work 8 hours, so I'm listening to them, and then maybe I go work out, I go home, I watch a TV show, then I go to sleep. So I'm hearing somebody kind of like talk and present their point of view, and it's gonna have a change in my life.
Subconsciously, maybe.
So even subconsciously,
Yeah.
But you're not gonna go die hard like.
No, like
I
their
Go ahead.
their belief isn't automatically my belief.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I think you at least get influenced somehow, subconsciously, especially.
Do you think that internet influencers are more popular than celebrities like movie stars or music artists, TV show actors, actresses?
You want to take a swing at this first?
No, you go for it.
Okay. I think so nowadays. I think before you would want to be like your favorite artist, whatever they wore or whatever they like did.
Mhm.
So like people like I'm trying to blank, like Marlon Brando. They smoke like cigarettes. They're a real guy's guy.
Right.
And you can see everybody under that generation try to be that guy.
The trends follow that.
Yeah. And then there was like, I don't know. There's other people like that, right? And nowadays, I feel like you don't ever see an artist like do something maybe like Justin Bieber where people want to be like him, but I feel like he's more just a personality than the other.
Right.
So I don't
So like some video goes viral on the internet, then everyone starts doing it.
yes.
Like the backpack kid that did the flossing, the
Yeah,
dance,
dude.
and everyone does it now.
everybody.
Kiki.
That thing
Kiki
too.
challenge, which if you see some fails, they're fucking hilarious.
I saw this one where they did it in a car wash, but it's an automated car wash. So like she has her door open, but then the one of those brushes comes and smashes her door in the opposite direction.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Like, and that's why like a bunch of companies are now starting to invest in YouTubers and stuff,
Right.
or Instagrammers, because they influence so many people.
That's what that whole like influencer marketing thing has come up. Is they find those popular people and then they give them money to advertise things.
Yeah.
So no longer are they running TV ads that, you know.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Right.
Yeah, you don't pay for TV ads.
Have you guys ever seen HBO Vibe? I think it's called Vibe.
Is that a show?
I think so.
No.
Or maybe it's Vice. It's Vibe or Vice. I don't know. It's one of those. I was on there last night just watching. There's a episode on Rhett and Link. Those YouTubers, those Good Morning,
I don't
Good
know.
Mythical Morning.
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about them. Holy crap! It's a full-on blown production system that they have on. But they were saying is like one of the biggest things is that they're sponsors, and they were just talking about how they have so many sponsors through that program. They're very family oriented and stuff like that, so it's very easy to them to get sponsors. But going back to like influences, since they're able to do that, they grab a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
So much they have a lot of ads. It's not, I wouldn't say ads, but
Reach.
small. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, I know personally, like my girlfriend, she buys from a certain like website and stuff like that because I think she saw somebody that she follows on Instagram buy from there. So then, like, now, like, a whole company is making a shit ton of money just because you saw one person do it,
Right.
which is crazy. I also think self-consciously, I might have joined Muay Thai because Joe Rogan said that was the best.
Subconsciously or self-consciously?
I don't know. I think sub. Because he was like, it's the best martial art to learn or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I learned it.
I thought jujitsu was.
Yeah, well, fuck it. If you're going to be attacked by multiple people, you're strangling one guy and get fucking like bald. It's not going to work out too well.
So ads are a whole new like ball game. The way you're influenced by ads.
Oh, yeah. And then they always have like the hottest chick or like
Sex sells.
sex sells, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or the hardest person.
Thanks.
You've never been in an ad. There's ever one for you up life. You're not in it at all. We're hiring somebody.
What were we saying? Where were we? We were talking about like it'd be funny to be in like a Cialis commercial, just like swinging on a hammock, chilling in the sun, or just hanging out in a bathtub. Like what a weird commercial. Have you ever seen them?
Oh, they are like that.
I think
aren't
it's
they?
like the erectile dysfunction
yeah.
pill, and it's not even related.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to picture one in my head, but like they're on like the beach,
Yeah.
just walking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny.
But sometimes it leads them into walking to the bedroom, and the door shuts.
Does it? I don't know. I don't watch TV ads anymore, so.
Dude, that's true.
And then like I have ad blocker on my computer, so I don't see ads on YouTube, or I don't know. Just ads don't do anything for me. I don't think they make me buy anything
All right, I've bought multiple things through ads.
because
This
of the
hat,
ad. Yeah.
bought it through ad.
It's a pretty sweet hat.
Thanks, Steve.
I noticed that when you walked in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. But yeah,
But big name brands, like you already know about them, like Nike.
yeah.
You watch a Nike commercial, are you gonna go buy Nike something?
Dude, did you hear? So you know about this Nike thing about getting behind Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Their like sales went up millions of dollars
Just because he was on there.
because of what they, I guess, portrayed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's crazy how one little thing like that.
And I was like, well, was that even a TV commercial? I saw it on the internet, so.
I don't know. I think it might have been on the internet only. I saw it on YouTube.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, why even pay for a TV commercial when you can just throw a viral video on YouTube?
I guess it's how many people are still watching TV though. I mean, we're probably out in the maybe the average, I would say, but maybe there's still a lot of average people still not average people.
Damn.
Not what I meant. The average population. There we go. Still watches cable.
But do they watch ads and like commercials?
I mean, if you're watching it live, if you have
Yeah.
the TV on, it's on.
There must be a reason why the fucking Big Bang Theory was making millions of dollars, right? Because of ads during that time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Super Bowl ads? I don't know. But it has to be special events or something.
I actually saw an article, something about Netflix thinking about putting ads in their shows and how they would lose so much money if they did because people would stop watching it.
Yeah.
Would you guys still watch Netflix if there were ads?
Probably,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Where else I'm going to go watch TV?
I don't know.
You know?
TV, cable,
Actually, yeah.
When,
actual
with
TV.
ads. It's,
Hulu, YouTube.
Yeah. Fucking.
it's something. It's kind of like something out of your control in a way,
Mm-hmm.
to a certain extent. Like, you could control it as in cancel it,
Right.
but now what are you watching?
Why do you? But the way I see it is like when you pay for a service on the internet, you usually don't get ads. So why are you going to pay for Netflix and still get ads?
And get ads.
Right. The point of them running ads is they make money.
True. That's why YouTube's free.
Right.
Yeah, that would suck, actually. What influences you guys like the most, though? Is it the internet? Is it somebody? Is it?
I just have my own style, man.
I think I'm mixed. I think it's when we start talking about this, I think I hit my pinpoint of who influenced me.
Thanks for pointing at me. Yep. Just
You
kidding.
influenced me what not to do.
Oh yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Just kidding.
Learn from other people's mistakes.
What like career wise or just kind of growing up, like parents and teachers. That's
Okay.
one of the biggest ones. Like, and now if I look back, it's like there's some teachers that have pushed me where I'm at now. Like, couldn't be without them. Friends, because in a way, I want to say competitive is not the right word, but keeping up with your friends or colleagues in the same work level.
That's competition.
A competition / or like when we studied for the PE, you know, it's like, okay, Joey's doing the PE. I should get on that too. I need to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You and I are not competitive. It's more of like not competitive, but
You're doing it, I should do it too.
yeah, like we're at the same age, you know, stuff like that
Right.
type of deal thing. Does that make sense? That's career wise.
Yep. It brings me back to my saying that I said 2 days ago. Rising tide lifts all ships.
True.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which was on last week's podcast episode.
It was.
No, it was on next
Well-
Monday. So you gotta go in the future to think about the past.
There's a time fuck here.
Yeah. Last week's episode.
We're time traveling right now.
Yeah.
But yes, I do agree.
Yeah.
That's, I would say, is my biggest influence.
Do you guys get influenced easily?
No.
No.
I've learned my lesson
Like
about that.
sitting here thinking, I can't really think of a particular person or thing that influences me. Like I don't make decisions based on another person's thoughts or opinions
At all.
I guess the biggest thing would be finances with Dave Ramsey. I've talked about this over and over again, but like the whole just getting out of debt and that mindset.
Yeah.
That's the only influence I could ever think of.
But so, to me, it seems like you were influenced at a young age by, like, let's say your parents,
Right.
right? So then that just kind of stuck with you, and then you are, I guess, that,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing can waver you now on.
So I'm just
Right.
a trendsetter. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
No, I guess you're right. It's just like those values were instilled early. So
Yeah.
I don't have any reason to change.
Okay.
I don't know.
You wouldn't be open to something different?
I would, and I am.
Just say it hasn't occurred.
But I'm
Or-
not like, oh, Steven wears this hat, so I should go buy that hat.
Right.
Or, I don't know. I can't even think of anything. Do you guys have other examples of like things in your life that have been influenced, like purchases, decisions, life choices, goals, whatever?
Yeah, dude. Like, I guess. So one society. Let's think about like latest trends. There was the man bun.
Mm-hmm.
Were you influenced by that?
Not at all.
You grew out your hair. You had a little bit of a.
Not for a man
Yeah,
bun.
you had a little bit out up there, dude. What else? Like,
I jokingly tried to put my hair in a man bun
Yeah.
when it was long, but not like,
just having man bun.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Maybe like seeing things on Instagram, like people traveling, or like seeing new things. Like I guess that influences me to go see it or do it or try it.
Right.
In that sense. So like, I don't even know where. Like I want to go to Thailand next year, but I don't know where I got that idea.
Yeah.
I think I saw it on the internet or saw it on Instagram, and I asked people that I knew that went, and asked if they're like, was it cool? Was it sweet? Was it worth it? So I guess through Instagram and through other people's experiences, I'm influenced by things.
All right. Same question to you, Ruben.
Hi.
Do you feel like you get influenced easily?
No. The only reason why is because, like, when I was a wee little lad, I broke my arm from influence from peer pressure and stuff like that. So I kind of like a very
What's that
against
story?
it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's like I was like grade school, the 7th grade, 6th or 7th, and my neighbor came. He just bought a new moped, and me growing up, I used to ride quads all the time. So, and I've rode in GoPeds and all this stuff. I was like, okay, cool. Like, he was like, oh, you should ride it. In my head, I was like, I've ridden these so many times. Like, I just don't have a desire to. He's like, you ride it. Finally, I was like, okay, get on it. And I get going, punching it all the way. I was like, okay, cool. Turned around, and I'm heading back down the street. And again, I'm gassing it and stuff like that. I was like, oh, cool. But I'm coming up to like my house, and I'm like, okay, time to slow down. Well, for people that don't know, GoPeds, the motor's in the back, so the back wheel is what's powering it. However, your brakes are in the front. Mm-hmm. So when you slow down, this one in particular, if you barely tap the brakes, it locks up the front wheel. So it locks up the front wheel while I'm going really fast. So I flip over and land on my arm, broke one bone, fractured the other.
Was the scooter okay?
I hate that scooter. I never got on a GoPed after that. I just hate those things now.
Jesus.
Was it really an influence though?
Peer pressure?
Was it peer pressure?
It was because it's like
just sounded like he was
that's
like,
like
"Dude,
a
you sure
fun
you don't want to
thing."
get on?"
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
Like I kept telling him no, and just finally I caved into it.
Oh, you did tell him.
Yeah,
no.
I finally caved into it, and it's like
You made it sound like, yeah, I've done this before. Why not?
I kept telling him like I've done this before. I don't need to.
Oh,
or,
okay.
Like
Right.
Gotcha.
I've done this so many times, and that's what I get. So I would say there are things that still probably influence me. Clothing, I would say style.
Okay.
Like I see something cool, or like I've been looking at these pair of glasses on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I mean these are kind of cool.
Do you see those things on people, or you just like you personally think those are cool?
I think personally those are cool.
So you're not really influenced by anything. You're just like, go to the store. That's a cool shirt. I want that.
Yeah, I would say that's my style of shopping at least.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that's an influence.
You
I
wouldn't
would
think
say
so?
that's like your own style.
Keep going.
Trendsetter. That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it's.
Ouch. Oh, I did. Okay, so back in grade school, I used to have spike hair all the way, all like front, back, sides,
that
and
was
the back,
gnarly.
and the back, like
Yeah.
way back in the day. That I did get influenced by the band Rancid. One of their, I think it was a bassist or guitarist I saw in the music video had that hairstyle, and I was like, "That is dope." And I ran with that for a couple of years. I still like, some people are like, you know how older people are like, oh, you're gonna regret that when you get older, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I have no regrets. I still
People like remember you by that too. Like, remember when you had that hair, Ruben?
yeah
That's awesome.
yeah.
I know somebody, and
I guess we don't know vain people that are like.
yeah, I know of a person. But it's not even about being vain. It's just I feel like they get influenced quite a bit by people around them, and if they're not around the right people, they sink to that level, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you always see people around like being influenced by like, I guess, the media and stuff like that, saying like, oh hey, I have to have like the latest phone, or I have to have the latest, I don't know, whatever, just to match. I mean, even just to match your peers is
Keeping
like
up with the Joneses.
yeah, and I think that's a very yuppie thing now. Maybe not for us, but it's like, hey, my coworker bought this truck. I need to buy the same thing, or I need to buy something similar.
Mm-hmm.
or like, oh hey, this dude's in my same position and he has an iPhone X. I need to get an iPhone X. Stuff like that. I think that's a big influence with a lot of people. And this person that I'm thinking about in particular, they're around people that like, I don't know, man, just aren't good. And then they get influenced by that and it just fucks them up.
So friends and coworkers, people you see on a daily basis, are probably your biggest influence?
Personally?
Yeah. In general, is that safe to say for most people?
I would say so.
Over celebrities or whatever.
Go ahead. Do you got something to say, dude? It's burning out. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, you know how we're talking about, friends. I do agree. So you just got a new truck. You just got a truck. Our friend, just got a 4Runner. Everyone's getting vehicles. Yeah. I started looking at vehicles.
Did you?
Yeah, and I know I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be at all. But they're doing
a truck.
It. No. I was looking at Chargers.
A second vehicle or a...
That would be a replacement.
Okay.
Where else am I going to put it?
Start charging parking spots.
Exactly.
That's funny.
So, I do think, for me, friends definitely. But I have one thing that maybe style, I don't know where I got from. Remember I was rocking those high tops? Love my high tops.
That was the influence.
From who? I just don't know. It was definitely an influence, though.
So I think you had a very hip roommate.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And her friends are very hip as well.
Oh, okay.
And you were hanging out a lot with them. And then all of a sudden you call me and you're like, dude, I got high tops. And I was like, cool, man.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, dope. And yeah. I think even subconsciously you get influenced by people around you. Like, even if you don't want to be. I know for me personally, almost everything that I do or have seen or I wear or like cut my hair, like I've seen it on somebody. You know what I mean? Like I've at least seen it somewhere to the point where I'm like, I think that's cool. And even subconsciously, I might go that route. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't just do whatever the fuck I want to do. Even like with like my career choice, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I got influenced by people around me, and then people like my fucking, what is the person at school that's supposed to influence you to go the right direction? Counselor. And like,
yeah,
you get influenced, man. And
is that because like you need validation?
Personally?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like other people are doing it, so I should do it.
No.
Or like,
I think personally, I like to say that I don't follow the trend. Because I feel like I don't need validation, but in all reality, I dress with the t-shirt and jeans. I'm not wearing whatever the fuck is crazy.
Yeah.
Because that would be whatever I would want to do. In reality, I'm following, I guess, society's norm.
Right. True.
So, sorry for slapping the table.
You're just part of society, man.
It's fucking another pawn, man.
Let's talk about the reach of some celebrities.
Go ahead.
So, like big internet celebrities.
Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, he was an actor.
Sounds like you just named somebody. Dwayne Johnson.
He was an actor and a wrestler, even though that was kind of acting. But
And a football player.
was he?
I think
He was in college.
I think he played for Canadian for a bit.
Not just because
No.
of the show
Or
Ballers.
Hey. HBO. Hashtag.
The first one that comes to mind, the biggest one, is Ninja. You guys heard of him?
That's the biggest influencer?
No, that I can think of.
Okay.
Like the biggest one, YouTube, like on the internet,
Yeah.
So this guy has like a huge following because he plays Fortnite, the video game, all the time.
Crazy.
And I've seen him on commercials like Samsung.
What
Like the new Samsung phone came out,
Yeah.
and he was on that.
Are you serious?
advertisement. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So like the fact that like a YouTube personality becomes like a TV star of sorts, that's crazy. And like influences people to dress like him and do things like him, buy his shirts, buy his logo, buy his brand. I don't know, it's just because he plays a video game all day.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
insane to me.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to say, Joey, is that we need Ninja to be part of our advertisement team.
Just be on the podcast once, and then we'll be famous.
It's hilarious. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think we've all been influenced at least somewhat.
I agree. Without, it's like, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have to be influenced. It's,
Yeah. I think you're a product. Everybody's a product of their environment.
Yeah. Who's like the biggest name that you guys follow?
Choop.
Dude, what? Yeah, what's up? Like on YouTube?
TV, internet, whatever.
Joe Rogan.
Models,
Mine's probably definitely Rogan.
Instagram.
And then probably Tom Segura and Christina Pazsitzky.
And do those people, like anything they've talked about, has that influenced you to do something specific?
No, it's just entertainment.
Purely.
Probably Rogan, definitely.
No life lessons or do's and do nots.
Rogan,
Shoulds and should nots.
the one thing about working out, probably I would say Rogan, influence-wise. A little bit more.
Really?
Yeah, like some more. Not, I wouldn't say technical is not the right word, but more of how to improve
Yeah.
in working out. That's what I would say. Yeah. Really quick, our physics teacher, professor at San Diego,
Yeah.
that guy. He's probably the biggest. I would definitely say he's the biggest influence, as in because he always taught us, like, when remember we're trying to solve these calc problems back in the day and we had no idea how to do them, and he would just say do something. Do something was like the biggest thing that stuck in my head. It's like
Really?
no matter what, just do something, and somehow it'll not somehow, but you end up working through it, and like
Yeah.
What about your biggest people that you kind of follow?
Oh man. I don't know.
Me either.
All right. So I follow, let's just say, like, pages on Instagram, right? So Joe Rogan is of course one of them. But like, there's this guy named like Chris Meehan. He's on Instagram, and all he does is take photos of just what he wears on a daily basis, and I use that to see what I should wear to work.
Is he like fashionable, or is it
Yeah,
like
just fashionable. It's just like,
t-shirt,
no, it's just fashionable. It's mainly like, I don't want to say business cash, but
like professional?
it's like, yeah, it's like modern day business casual you should wear to work kind of a deal. Usually like, it's rarely jeans and like polos, button ups, stuff like that. And I think that influenced me to the way that I dressed going to work. I also follow, I think, something called Lit Barbers. And like I see a lot of like haircuts and stuff, and I'm like, all right, like I want to do that. Hell, the Avengers influenced me to grow out my hair
Who?
because of Captain
It's in
America.
America.
So I'm trying to let it grow out. It's not even close, like, at all. But
it's getting there. It's getting there.
it's getting there. I have a big meeting next week, and I'm like already thinking about cutting it.
Just get extensions.
Yeah, some braids.
Yeah.
I got tired of long hair real fast.
Did you?
It's always in
You
your
had it really-
face.
yeah, you had it really, really long, dude.
It's
And
obnoxious.
yeah, it sucks. I have to wear hats all the time now.
Unless you put product in it, then it won't, like, it stays up. But
It still looks horrible though. For me, like,
Oh,
it just
really?
fucking like goes down. But yeah, those are big things that I follow. And then like also this guy named Fitman Cook.
oh yeah,
You know that?
I have
guy?
the app, but
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, like he makes fucking delicious, looking food.
right.
And I don't know, that influences me to like try to reach out and eat more and better shit. I don't
Healthier.
know. Yeah. So yeah, I think I get influenced quite a bit. At the same time, though, I think I'm like my own person, but I'm probably not. I'm just a combination of all these other fucking people.
Does that make you though?
Probably because I'm able to put it all together.
We should just name this episode Self-Identity.
I know, huh?
Identity crisis.
Yeah.
Identity Crisis.
Question for you guys. Let's say someone comes to you and they're like, hey, I got a business proposition. You guys got to like just invest some time. Would you do it?
That's all we know.
That's, I guess.
I mean, is the person credible?
It's kind of credible.
What am I doing for them?
Let's just say like these fucking, I don't know, like Herbalife
Oh,
or like
Some-
what is it called? Vima?
some Ponzi,
Vima.
some
Right?
Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, sure.
No, dude, no, I'm always skeptical of that stuff.
Dude, how crazy it is that they're huge
Yeah, it works, but
because people get influenced by them, right?
how? I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Like, you know what's going on, right?
Yes, but you know this person that I'm talking about?
No,
The one
I don't.
You don't. But the person that I was talking about earlier, they for sure get influenced by shit like that.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But do I, or do we know them?
You might. But like what I'm saying is it's crazy to me how like even something like that can influence a person.
When we graduated from high school, there was like selling knives.
Oh, everybody did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the cooking knives.
Yeah.
Not like I'm gonna stab you knife.
But I think it was that ended up being another scheme type of deal.
Dude, they always are. If you're like getting you to sell something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
someone else is getting you to sell something for them.
Yeah. It's a fucking for sure Ponzi scheme. But they're like, oh, hey, this person got a car within a couple years. You could do the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So like, yeah, it's so crazy how. And then, isn't that why the military also goes to like high schools, stuff like that, to influence kids? Kind of, hey,
When you turn 18,
yeah, come over here.
does your boss influence you guys at all?
I would say to a certain extent.
Like to do better at work?
To someday to get to their level.
But not directly, just because you see what they do and you want to be there.
Or they're like, Ruben, one day you could fill my shoes.
And this is how you do it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I would say the other way, indirectly.
Because you see them
I
where
see
they're
it,
at.
and it's like, okay, I would like to be doing that sometime in my future. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I have more of like a personal relationship with my boss. So he'll like give me advice on things. He'll ask questions on like life things too. Like he's really into cars and he knows a lot about fixing them. So I'll ask him questions about, hey, I got this is broken. What do I do? What do I buy? Where do I get it? And he helps me out with that, or like finance questions or stuff like that.
It's pretty dope.
So it's more like it's less professional and more casual.
Interesting.
So I guess my boss is kind of an influence on me, but not in the sense of like work all the time.
Yeah. I guess mine would be in the work way.
Yeah.
But-
Is your boss like, hey, like this is what you should be doing to be progressing in your career? And is he helpful, or is he just like, here's work, do work? Either of you?
Yeah, I feel like mine is it's weird.
When I
Like,
say your boss, I mean like your direct supervisor that you report to and
yeah,
you talk to every day.
there's no, I guess, mapped out plan,
Same.
but there's like hey, like I don't know what your goals are, but whatever your goals are, try to work toward them.
Oh.
Kind of a thing. Like it's not directly like, and I guess we meet every now and again, but it's like,
I mean, when I say that, I don't mean like do this, X, Y, Z. Like they push you to do more things.
Mine's not like that. The reason why is because they want us to come up with something. They want us to show initiative to aim for a goal. In other words, like, yeah, they ask, hey, so what's your goals for this year? Okay, that's like the basic, like,
Yeah, everyone does that.
Everyone's got that. But they always say, like, if you got any questions, it's an open door. So if I was to come in there and be like, hey, look, I want to be doing this in a year or so, they would say, okay. And he would point me in that direction and whatnot. Now, I personally haven't asked that just because to my best knowledge, I'm already in that route, if that makes sense. But I know with the company I am, my direct supervisor and even the owners, if I needed more, if I felt like I wasn't challenged or I wanted to try something different or being pushed to move up or something, they would point me in the right direction.
If you said something.
If I said something. I do ask my supervisor every now and then, like, hey, and he was just like, he always tells me, like, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, so that's why I'm saying, my understanding, I'm doing okay. But
So I would say that your boss is not an influence in your life.
Well, why would you say that?
Because
though?
he doesn't take the initiative to help you do something. It's only if you ask for it. It's not a passive influence. It's like an active influence.
For me, I feel like it's like kind of on Ruben's.
So if you sat there at your desk, came in to work every day, you wouldn't talk to your boss.
Nope.
He wouldn't be like, hey, you working on this? Is this going well?
Well,
Yada, yada.
Yeah, he does come
Yeah.
through.
It's like
My supervisor comes and says that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
like
But that's just like small talk. It's not like,
to be like, I guess completely, I guess honest. I could literally stay in the same position if I didn't try anything or do anything on my own.
okay. So
I could just be there.
So they don't influence you, essentially, unless you make that an option.
Sort of not. It's a weird. It's a weird combination.
So for me, I do have more I wouldn't say more responsibilities, but like he has. I guess this is more direct. Is like tell me to do more forensic investigations, while
Because the company demands it, or because you want to grow in that. You told him you want to do that. He's helping you grow in that.
probably because the company and I have the background for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just where you fit in.
Yeah,
Right.
but I don't know. I think the more I know, the more better I'm going to be well off with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a different story for you though, Joey.
Yeah.
Seems like
it's really personal.
Yeah.
See, yeah,
What's
mine's
a-
not
Like my
personal.
Yeah.
boss is invested in my future, both for the company and for my own growth.
Yeah.
Because like the better employee I am at the company, the more money the company makes, and for my own benefit, obviously.
Plus, he's seen you grow up,
Yeah.
right? Like you're a tenure.
But why wouldn't every boss want to be like that?
It's difficult.
Like emotionally invested in their employees,
I think.
unless you work at a huge company, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I think for like personally, my boss is handling like 40 people or
Mhm.
like 30, and and there is turnover, so it's hard to get emotionally invested in somebody.
right,
So I would imagine.
I think that's just small company culture.
Yeah, and I would imagine like if I was a boss and like I've had this kid since 18 years old and now he's here, like
Right.
I'm gonna fucking try to take him under my wing, trying to.
Yeah.
And it's gonna benefit me. It's gonna benefit the company. There's no
That's what I was
lose there. Yeah,
We're starting to get into that, not nowhere near, but we're starting to get in that turnover.
Like in
range.
between me and Steven.
Yeah, I'm in between. So I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying.
and you're right in the middle.
I'm right in the middle. So it is. I can lean more towards Steven.
I feel like another pawn on the chessboard if I'm just like you, Steven.
It's tough. Like there's things that I know I could do to like advance my career right away, but they'll be outside of my character,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I want to do that.
Would you say that your other coworkers are probably more of an influence on you than supervisors or bosses?
Probably.
But not even for work.
It's people. Oh man. So like as far as advancing goes,
They're listening.
I know, right? That's what I'm trying to be like real quick. As far as advancing goes, yes, my boss is like an influencer, but it's the people in those positions that I want to get to that are the bigger influencers.
Just because you see them there. Or they're like,
No, like
are you
could-
directly involved with them?
Yeah, and like because I technically work for those people,
Okay.
and like if I wanted to, I could be like, hey, like let me see what you do every day, like hey, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But that would have to be on my initiative to go do that.
Right. Right.
So it's a bit It's weird.
Yeah.
We all work. We are definitely all at three different companies, but like structure of the company too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's all very, very different.
Yeah. Like I have a manager that manages us, but like my work is what I complete is given to other people,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Like your client, essentially.
Yeah, my client is somebody else.
Right.
So
Do you guys have any like bad influencers at work? It's like, hey,
yeah, that guy
let's
fucking across the queue from me.
go to lunch for 2 hours. No one will notice.
Nah.
Or like,
Nah.
I used to.
yeah.
I used to have a bad influencer that they're like, yo, like, let's go out to every happy hour and
Mhm.
just like get shit faced and do all that kind of stuff.
They didn't last long.
Nope. Did not last long at all. So, yeah. At that point, I definitely was like, no.
Were your parents obviously your parents were a big influence in your life, but
To a certain extent, and then what I mean by that is like,
If you're a psychopath, you're a psychopath.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, that'll be the next week's episode.
hereditary is hereditary.
Yeah.
No, my parents always like were supportive and pushed me. They are the ones that like told me to go to college and stuff like that. But after that, it was kind of like on your own,
Yeah, because you're
In-
a grown adult.
grown adult. But there weren't like some parents are like, you still need to get a job, or I don't know, like
Helicopter.
yeah.
Yeah.
My parents were.
I don't think any of our parents or friends' parents are like that.
Like how?
Like helicopter parents.
Oh, no.
You have to do this. I'm 20 years old.
Yeah. No. I think my parents influenced me a lot with like what's good and wrong and how to interact with people. But what I did in like the paths I took were on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was mostly, I think I've already said this before, but the reason why I wanted to be so academically like inclined was because of my parents. And I saw that,
Really?
yeah, just because I saw that it made them happy. So I went that route. Did I say something else before?
I mean, you said you were really bored in school. That's why you got bad grades.
Oh, yeah.
And you had no motivation, but
But when I was like in like middle school, in elementary, that's when they're like, oh, hey, like test super above everybody else.
Uh-huh.
And like everybody else was like, my parents were like, oh.
all right, proud of you.
Yeah.
I think I said it before, but every time I go to hang out at a friend's house, they're like, "Oh, your son's so nice. He's so great." And they're like, "I mean, we didn't really do anything. He just kind of made his own decisions, and we just pointed him in the right direction."
Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way probably to do it.
Right.
One time I remember my mom saying like, why aren't you more like, so my mom had this one friend, right? And she
Ouch.
had a son, this friend of hers, and the kid would like always clean and cook. He
Is this Jared from the fourth grade?
no, fuck that kid, dog. Yeah, that guy, a little bit overweight, and I don't know if like he did extracurricular stuff, just to paint a picture. But like I was like into sports, like I had friends, I was trying to do shit, and she was like, "Why aren't you more like this kid?" And I was like, "Mom, like he doesn't get good grades. Like, of course he cooks and cleans, but like what the, like what, you know, like
What else does he do?
yeah, what the fuck else does he do?" And she was like, "Well, he helps out the family and he's always home, blah blah blah." I'm like, that's dope, but like, it's definitely not for me.
Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Be the influencer, don't get influenced.
Trendsetters.
Yeah, be trendsetters. Pick your influencers wisely. I would say that.
True.
You know what I mean? Because there's people that don't hang your hat on them. Don't fucking ride their coattails. That might not be good for you.
That's a good. Yeah, that's good. And on that note,
Check out our Instagram, guys. We're trying to grow it. Revamping some of our YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
Go subscribe on YouTube. Again, let us know your comments, concerns. You know where to find us.
Yeah. If you, oh, go ahead.
drink some Purple Haze.
Hey, if you got any suggestions, like, hey, I like you guys' I don't know logo, but do this to it.
Or
Let
if,
us know.
or if you guys got any topics, please post it. Email us.
DM us on Insta.
Hit us up.
Don't slide into my DMs.
Don't slide into this. And on that note,
Oh, that's my. Okay, we're out.
Thanks for tuning in to the Yup Life.
If you enjoyed it, leave us a rating and a review on iTunes, or just follow us at the Yup Life Podcast.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play Music.
Stay yuppie.